Okay, I have a little bit of time today. I think my eyesight camera's working. I hope my voice matches my mouth. So I'm going to do two quick videos. The first one is, oh my goodness, I'm super excited. I watch Lisa D1, and I know many of you do too. And I've said before that I enjoy her videos, and even though her and I have totally different coloring, totally different hair color, and everything, I learn a lot from her, and I'm inspired by her quite a bit. And I was inspired by her twice this week, and it's like Holy Grail inspiration. Okay, so I wanted to share it in case you're a lot older like me, and yeah, you just learn to be inspired, and I can show you that something she did also worked for me with a little tweaking maybe. Okay, for a long time now, I told you my disaster story about my Paris palette, where I spent all that money on that palette, knowing full well that most of the colors I wasn't ever going to wear. So I vowed at that moment that I would never do that again. However, I have been searching for the perfect matte palette for about a year, and I refused to buy a palette that I didn't think was really, really perfect in every way, okay? And that's difficult to find when you're talking about matte because there's not that many matte palettes out there. The ones that I considered were by the Balm Meet Matte Nude. That one had 9 shades. However, I know at least 4 of them I wasn't ever going to wear, maybe even 5. There was a blue, there was a, anyway, some of those colors I wasn't going to wear, and that palette was $42. So scratch that off right away just by virtue of the price. Second palette was very inexpensive, $6. The Wet n Wild Matte palette. I have it written down, so Wet n Wild Matte palette. Now, for $6, I could have just bought the palette, but it again had colors I was never going to wear, like this blue and this green and this purple. And I was just like, you know, I could spend the $6 to get the other matte colors, but then I'd have this big palette where I'm only using a couple of, and I just said, I'm not doing it, okay? Third one I considered very much was the Naked Basics. 6 shades for $27. That one looked pretty good, but it didn't look like the colors had a lot of pow to them at all. Not that I really wanted a lot of pow, but the reviews I watched on YouTube were kind of mixed. Nobody was over the moon about it. And I'm like, well, okay, I'm probably not going to be over the moon too. Not going to get it. Then I watched Lisa D1 this week, and she mentioned this palette, and it's been out for a while. I don't know where I've been, how I missed it, but it's the Sonia Kashuk, okay, sorry about the glare, it's very sunny today, the Sonia Kashuk Eye on Neutral 02 palette. Now, it was a little expensive to me. It was $20, but every single color I can wear. Absolutely every single color I can wear. Now, it's not as big as I expected. When I got to Target, it wasn't that big, but I love it. I really, really love it. Like, I'm almost to the point I want to buy a second backup because you know they're going to discontinue it. And I've always thought girls that bought backups were crazy, and now I kind of get it because I love, love, love this palette. I'm wearing it today, except I've got one speck of shimmer peach in the very middle of my eyelid, but all the rest of it is matte. Love, love, love it. Now, on the reviews I watched on YouTube after Lisa's, I went and watched a couple of other ones. They all were thicker palettes, and there was instructional cards you could pull out that gave you 3 different looks to use with this palette. Well, I get home and I'm trying to find my, you know how sometimes it's hard to find stuff. I couldn't find the instruction. They're not here. And I thought, oh, they must have changed it. Well, then I read on the back, and it still says that this is an instructional palette and includes the 3 cards. I thought, well, that's weird. So I emailed Sonia Kashuk yesterday. Yeah, I emailed them yesterday and asked them the question. I got an email back immediately, like within a couple of hours, and that's pretty immediate with a big company. And it said that they discontinued the little cards. They said that most people didn't use them, didn't find them. They were numbered on here. Each of the eyeshadows were numbered. They said people didn't really use the numbers. and they decided to make it sleeker. Now, that's great. I love the sleekness of this palette. You could travel with this thing and be good to go for, I don't even know, forever. But what they did do is they said the wrong stickers on the back. They need to redo the sticker and take off the part that says it's instructional and it has the instructions included. But what they did do, they said I got one of the kind of in-between palettes where they didn't realize they had the old sticker on the back. But they did tell me it was on her blog, the exact instructions. They gave me links. The links didn't work. They sent them twice. They didn't work. So all I did was go to Sonia Kashuk's blog and put in the search eye on neutral instructions, and they're on the blog, big pictures of them. And they were right. They weren't that useful. They're pretty obvious, you know, light on the lid, highlight on the top, darker in the crease. It's pretty obvious. And they, you know, they had, these were the light ones to there, and then these got darker. There's even a black on here. So, love this palette. It's my Holy Grail palette. I've used it for about 4 or 5 days. I'm in love. It's great. So, I wanted to pass that on in case you are older in age and you know that you would love to have more matte colors in very neutral. This is it for me. I never wear color. I just can't do it. Okay. That was the first thing. Oh, second thing, inspiration I got from Lisa is my hair. I don't know if you can tell, but it's super poofed at the top. Like if I hold my head level, you can see that it's poofed at the top. And she showed how to do that on her last video. It's like called Baby Boof or something. So go check that out if you want to get a poof. Now let me show you what I did. She uses crisscross bobby pins in the back. And today I didn't have time to deal with all that. So I just put a little clip, and I know that's, you know, probably not the best. But let me show you. Oh gosh, my dog sits under this chair. I almost crushed her. Let me show you what I did. After I teased 2 levels and just pulled it back, and I put a clip in, but before I put my clip, I twisted it once. So I hope you can see this. That's the back of it, okay? So that's it. I love it. I think it's a great look. And let me show you that even if your hair's down, it's still poofed. Do you see that it's still poofed? Okay. And it's just got a little bit of hairspray in it. And also, if you wore a ponytail, you know, if I smoothed it and everything, I would have a pretty good poof for a ponytail too. So I think that looks good as well. So go check out that video that she did. And I know you never watch me, Lisa, but thanks for all the info. It's great. Love, love, love. Don't know how I missed this palette. It's been in Target for a while. So, and I don't know, did I tell you it was $20? Yeah, $20, a little bit expensive, but I had a gift card for Mother's Day to Target. My husband gave me a $50 gift card to Target. So that's how I ended up with this. So that's it. Talk to you later. Bye.